Joining us now is Massachusetts Education Secretary Jim Peyser. And you should know that last week he convened more than 500 employees of the 3 Massachusetts education agencies. And he spoke to us about this moment in history and our need to work for racial justice across our child care centers, across our schools, and across our college and university campuses. Secretary Peyser, we appreciate your being here.
Thank you, Commissioner. It is an honor to be here on behalf of Governor Baker and Lieutenant Governor Polito. It's great not just to be here with you, but also to offer my thanks to Dr. Howard and the Lumina Foundation for their commitment to Massachusetts and our work together to put equity first in higher education. I also want to thank Senator Warren and Congresswoman Presley for joining us today. Their presence here is extremely important and sends a signal about the importance of this work to all of us. As we are all acutely aware, our country is going through a painful but overdue reckoning with racism and the racial divisions and disparities that have plagued our past and that persist today. In many respects, education is and rightly should be at the forefront of this awakening. Notwithstanding the well-meaning efforts of educators and policymakers over the years, especially since the Brown versus Board of Education decision now over 65 years ago, we have made only incremental progress in ensuring that all children in all communities have access to a high-quality education. Even if the doctrine of separate but equal was rejected back in 1954, our schools remain highly segregated by race, ethnicity, and class, both between and within school districts and institutions, and sometimes even within individual schools themselves. The Commonwealth is #1 in K-12 education and has been for many years. Nevertheless, the achievement gap between white students and students of color in terms of grade level proficiency on state and national assessments is sometimes as high as 2 to 1. We're also #1 when it comes to higher education attainment, with 57% of our adults holding a post-secondary credential. And while we have seen significant improvements in the graduation rates of African Americans in the past few years, there continue to be large, very large gaps between student groups. And at the same time, the impact of these educational gaps on economic opportunity has not gone away. In many respects, they have gotten worse, as our knowledge-based, technologically driven society has placed an ever higher premium on intellectual capital and academic credentials. These unjust inequities have been both exposed and exacerbated by the retreat into remote learning since March. Thanks to the Commissioner's leadership and the board's support for the equity agenda, our partnership with Lumina promises to accelerate positive change and improvement through the development and implementation of a comprehensive strategy. Already, there are some key initiatives that are delivering meaningful impact that can help to point the way forward. Early college is one such example. By focusing attention and resources on first-generation underrepresented students, these new and expanded partnerships between high schools and colleges are creating coherent pathways to and through higher education and are already dramatically increasing matriculation rates by over 20 percentage points when comparing similar students. Other priorities and reforms related to peer support groups, developmental education, affordable transfer pathways, last dollar financial aid, proactive counseling, and diversification of the teacher corps, among others, are already beginning to have an impact, but there is much more to do. Our challenge is to bring these various pieces together so that the whole adds up to more than the sum of the parts, while adding new evidence-based practices to enable us to take this work to the next level. I want to thank Lumina for its commitment to Massachusetts and to this critically important issue. Thank you so much. Again, it's a great honor to be here with all of you. And let me turn it back over to the Commissioner.
Thank you, Secretary Peyser, and thank you for your continuous support in these efforts.